WWE's tour in Europe has been very fun and entertaining to watch on TV, but what has really changed? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to this channel and you love WWE content, you love pro wrestling, subscribe to this channel for more WWE content. You're going to want to do that. Trust me. There's over 2,900 of us here right now. We're continuing to grow. We're getting bigger. We have a great community, a great group of people here. We talk about Raw, Smackdown, PLEs. We do email videos. We haven't done them in a long time. I would love to get back to doing that. So if you would love to join in on that, subscribe to this channel. Great people here. You're going to love it. Well, my friends, we're going to recap SmackDown a little bit here. Some highlights, some notes. Look, it was from Bologna, Italy. I have liked this European tour. I think it's been really cool. Raw, SmackDown, they've all been great shows. The thing is, though, and this channel is called Wicked Bitter for a reason, right? We're gonna point out all the things that I kind of have a little bit of an issue with. Like, it's not to be super negative, right? I like a lot that's going on in WWE right now. I actually love it so much to the fact that I've actually pretty much stopped watching AEW altogether just because WWE is hot right now, and I want to focus solely on that. And a lot of you are, I know for sure, WWE fans, so we talk about WWE a lot here. But man, these shows, there's a lot of hype that goes into these shows, Raw and SmackDown. There's a lot of hype that goes into these segments. But then when the segments come, I feel a little like let down and a little robbed of it. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know if they're just waiting to get more serious, either whether it gets closer to WrestleMania or when they get back into the States. But so far, this European tour, none of the storylines have really, truly progressed that much. In fact, the only thing I think that really progressed even just a little bit, and it was just, trust me, a very little bit, was the Kevin Owens and Randy Orton promo to start SmackDown. Look, Randy gets a great reception. It's more of like a feel-good thing, this whole European trip. It's to give the European fans something great to cheer for. They try to put a lot of stars on the show. You know, you get Punk, Rollins, Reigns, Randy, all under the same roof. It's WrestleMania season. It makes everybody there feel like this is a very important show. But when you watch, there's not a lot that progresses. Like Randy Orton's promo against Kevin Owens, right? He starts to cut his promo. He doesn't really get to talk. He doesn't say anything when Kevin Owens comes out, interrupts Randy Orton, and then Kevin says, "I know what you're going to say." And Kevin kind of says that, you know, it was his fault. He should have never pile drived Randy Orton. He didn't deserve that. But Cody did. But Sammy did. Just never Randy Orton. And you know, he owns up to that. He says that they should go for the tag team titles at WrestleMania, just like they were very close to winning them a while back before Randy got hurt, and they just never did. So he wants to team up with Randy at WrestleMania for the tag team titles. Now, this doesn't do anything. Randy Orton pretty much shuts it down. Ultimately, Randy says that he wants to face him at WrestleMania, and then he's gonna kick his head off his shoulders. I'm paraphrasing a lot of this stuff here because honestly, it wasn't a long promo, and there wasn't any deep layered roots that go into it. It's all pretty much just like, I'm gonna beat you at WrestleMania. I want to face you at WrestleMania. That's kind of it, and that doesn't really do much. That didn't really progress anything. If anything, it did. If it progressed anything, it was very little. We now know it's going to be Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Something they did on this SmackDown was kind of solidify some matches, right? Kevin Owens and Randy Orton is official, and then later on, we get the triple threat that we all have been suspecting is going to happen at WrestleMania. So, I don't know. I want to tell you guys more. I want to talk to you guys about more. It's just WWE didn't really give us much to talk about. We're going to move on to the Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte side-by-side split interview / promo we had here. I'm going to tell you what, this was rough, man. Like, I don't know why. It's just things didn't hit for me on this SmackDown. We're on the build to WrestleMania. This is WrestleMania. This is the biggest show of the year. Where is it? Where is everybody's A game? I feel like we're not getting the A game. I don't know what it is this year. Maybe we were super spoiled with the past couple of years with the whole Cody and Roman stuff. Maybe it's that. But I'm telling you right now, this year's WrestleMania's build has not been as good or even close to what it's been the past couple of years. You can, if you disagree, completely fine. It's just, in my opinion, I don't feel like it's been the same. And this Stratton and Charlotte promo, it did not do it for me. And honestly, I don't know what it did for them. To be honest, Charlotte overpowered this whole thing. She talked over Tiffy the entire time. Tiffy couldn't really get anything out. Charlotte looked like a million bucks because she was just crushing Tiffany Stratton. And Stratton looked like she was trying to keep up. It was a lot of the like, oh, really? Oh, yeah, really? What are we doing? You're the women's world champion. You're the women's champion. This is Charlotte. We're facing Charlotte at WrestleMania. What are we doing here? I don't know if it's because there was a delay in what the women can hearing each other. So it's kind of like when they thought the other one wasn't talking, they would start talking even though the other one had been talking. It's just the delay was there. I don't know what the issue was. To me, it just did not do well at all. And Charlotte crushed Tiffy here. Tiffany Stratton did not look good whatsoever in this promo. I do want to talk about one of the matches, Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. Of course, these two behemoths are going to destroy one another, and that's basically what they did in this match. But it came down to the final moments of the match. Tama Tonga gets involved. Solo Sikoa, though, is the one that gets in the ring and Samoan Spikes. I think he's Samoan Spikes. The camera angle was weird, but he Samoan Spikes Braun Strowman, causes the DQ, and now Braun Strowman won, which then now means that Braun Strowman will be facing LA Knight for the U.S. Championship next week. So after that, Fatu looked very upset. He didn't like the fact that Tama Tonga and Solo got involved, and he looked mad about it. Then there's a beatdown after the match or whatever, and then we go to commercial break. When we come back, Fatu's backstage. He's furious. He's kicking things. He's throwing things. Solo's behind him trying to tell him to calm down. Fatu is having none of it. Fatu ends up getting in Solo's face and telling him, hey, this is my business. Don't get involved in my business. Whenever things come up that are my business, you better watch yourself. So we're already getting it here. We're getting the seeds. I had predicted a Solo versus Fatu match weeks ago that's going to happen at WrestleMania. I still believe that's the direction we go here. The only other direction I think that happens is either Fatu goes against LA Knight at Mania for the U.S. title, or we get a fatal four-way type of deal here where Solo's involved and Fatu and Knight and I don't know, Shinsuke or I don't know. Braun, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it'll be that. I think we'll get Solo versus Fatu, but then we got to think of who faces LA Knight at WrestleMania. I don't think it's going to be Shinsuke. I think Shinsuke's on his way out. Rumors saying that his contract's coming up, so I think Shinsuke is going to be kind of off TV for a little bit. I don't know what LA Knight's doing for WrestleMania. That's not what this is about. All I know is that Fatu teasing the match here with Solo. I want this match to happen at Mania. I hope it happens. It'll do a lot for Jacob Fatu, I do believe. We get Jade versus Liv. I really wanted to pay close attention to this match. I wanted to see how Jade looked. She did take some time off, and before that, she was doing a lot of tag team matches with Bianca. I want to say, I think Jade looked really good in this match, and you could maybe credit her opponent, Liv Morgan. She has shown time and time again, and she did it again on SmackDown. Liv Morgan showed why she has been the MVP of the women's roster and probably even WWE for the past year or so. Liv has been unbelievable. She has been amazing since winning that title, the women's title. She's been amazing since joining Judgment Day. Liv has been operating on a very high level right now, and she did great. She made Jade look amazing, and Jade made Liv look good, so I like this. In the middle of this match, though, Naomi gets involved. She shows up. There's a distraction with the ref, with Raquel, and Naomi hits Jade with the tag team championships that Liv has, and Liv hits her Oblivion to get the win here. Very shocking. I really thought Jade would win this match, but Liv gets the dub with the distraction for Naomi. This is the first singles loss for Jade on the roster, which the main, and since showing up in WWE, which I think it's good. I didn't want Jade to keep going undefeated. You don't want to build that up. We've seen how that looks. It never ends up well when that streak gets broken. So I'm glad we kind of did it here. Jade gets the loss. She looked nice, and after the match, Naomi beat the brakes off of her, and I actually liked it. I think Naomi looked good here. A lot of potential with this. I think they're going to have a great match. I think it's going to happen at WrestleMania. I was worried because of that day, that night that Jade showed up and she was in that blood-covered suit that she showed up in, and she actually destroyed Naomi. I was a little bummed out. I was like, wow, all of this build just for that. Is it just Jade is going to kill Naomi and then that's it? We're going to move on from it, because Naomi looked terrible that night that Jade showed up and beat her and delivered her move to her in the middle of the ring and all that kind of stuff. She looked bad. She looked like this was over. This looked like she completely just washed out Naomi and moving on. But no, we're going to continue this, and I like it. I hope they do. I like that they are. Naomi looked good. Ultimately, I would expect Jade is going to be the one that gets the win here, but hopefully we can do something with Naomi as a heel now. And now it's my biggest problem, my biggest issue of the night. The main event promo between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk. I actually think the entrances took longer than actual mic time. There was nothing said in this promo. Nothing at all. The most generic, weird, like Roman Reigns comes out, he soaks it in, the crowd's loving him. He ends up saying that he came a long way for this, so now he's going to spend the next 15, 20 minutes in the ring, and if anybody wants to talk to him, come out. Who do we think is going to come out? It's going to be either Seth or Punk. That's what this is about. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. It was a weird, like, writing of it. What was Roman going to do? Like, he said nothing, and then Seth comes out. When Seth interrupts, Roman looks like he's mad, like he didn't expect it. Why wouldn't we expect it? And it's also been advertised for the past week that they're all three going to be there. What do you think? They're all not going to interact? It was just very weird. Roman comes out, Seth then interrupts. Seth says it's about you and me. It's always about been you and me. It's not about CM Punk. So let's make another chapter in this. And then he slowly starts to take off his coat, and Punk comes out. Again, Seth Rollins says nothing in this promo. It did nothing. It didn't advance anything. Nothing happened. He said the most generic, boring, like nothing. And then CM Punk comes out. The only things that I thought were interesting when Punk came out is that when Punk was on the apron, about to get up on the turnbuckle and do his pose, he looked at Paul Heyman and he winked at him and smiled. I don't know if that's just intentional, if that means anything, or it could be nothing. But because everything else about this promo was so bland, I paid attention to it. I'm like, well, maybe that's something. Maybe that's WWE planting something. Or it could have just been Punk just doing it, just not related to what's going to happen in the story or whatever. Whatever it may be, fine. Punk gets on the turnbuckle. He basically tells both of them, Seth Rollins and Reigns, that they haven't been able to beat CM Punk without each other's help. Cool. That's probably the best line out of this whole promo. Then he says, Paul, thanks for delivering your tribal chief to me on a silver platter tonight. Now, that was a good line. When he says that, Roman Reigns turns around, looks at Paul like, what is he talking about? Punk jumps down from the turnbuckle, attacks Roman from behind. And again, we get nothing. This promo did nothing. All three guys said nothing. We get nothing. Everything just erupts into a brawl. You know, officials come out trying to separate everything. When in doubt, WWE, their go-to button that they push is a brawl that officials break up. When they don't know what else to do, they do it all the time, and they did it again here on Smackdown. They pushed that button, just make it a brawl, let the crowd go wild, and nothing gets accomplished here. CM Punk got up on the announce table, pointed at the Mania sign, hinting he wants all three of them to fight. The brawl continues. Seth then gets up on the apron, points at the sign, indicating he wants all three of them to fight at Mania. And then the brawl continues. And then Roman Reigns steps on the stairs and points at the sign, indicated he wants all three to brawl at WrestleMania. The booking this year has been so lackluster. I don't know. I'm not going to blame Triple H, because he's proven too many times that he knows what he's doing and everything is great or whatever. He's going to need to fail way more times for me to start thinking that he doesn't know what he's doing. So you can leave your comments if you want, saying that, you know, Triple H doesn't know what he's doing. That's fine. I'll accept them. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. But to me, I'm not blaming him. I might be blaming the writers. I know Triple H has the green light on everything. I still don't know why the build to WrestleMania has been so boring. I don't know if they're waiting to get to the States to pick it up. I don't know if they're waiting to get closer to Mania to pick it up. But so far, it's been a lot of like promotion and advertising that this is going to be great. They're all going to be in the same roof. What's going to happen? Nothing. Nothing happened. All right, my friends, I'm sorry. I got a little heated there, man. And my schedule's been a little crazy lately. That's why maybe the posts haven't been coming out as much as I would like them to be. So I apologize for that, too. But we're looking to get on track here. It's WrestleMania season. It's picking up. It's hot. So I appreciate all of you. Look, we've had some new subscribers lately. I appreciate you guys, dude. I really do. I actually genuinely am happy whenever I see it. And actually, the past few videos I've posted have gotten a ton of interaction and comments from you. I cannot explain how much that means to me. I love that. I love talking to you guys about this. I love seeing you all talk to each other about this as well. This is our channel. This is our community. This is ours. I want us to be able to talk to one another, because me just talking to myself to a camera and then not talking to anybody else after that is very boring. It doesn't make it worth it for me. So I very much enjoy hearing from all of you and talking with all of you. I would like to make email videos again. So if you would like to send an email, maybe you're new to this channel, you don't even know what that is. My email, wickedbittermedia@gmail.com. Send in your thoughts, your opinions on the WWE product today, or whatever you want to send in and talk about, and I will make a video responding to your emails. I really hope we can get back to doing that again, because I miss them. I love those email videos. Okay, my friends, I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. I will talk to you on the next video. Thank you for checking this out. Please like it if you haven't yet. It does me a huge favor if you like this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I appreciate it. All right, guys. WrestleMania season's here. Let's get it going. Until we yeet again, my friends, as always, stay bitter.